These days, I'd say YouTube and creation has become more about, like creating the thing for views, for people to see it, for engagement, for subscribers or whatever, for followers. When for these little artistic projects that you have in your head, you're like, I don't want to do them because you're not going to get views. And it's like back in the day when YouTube first started and all this stuff first began, it was all about just creating what you wanted to, stuff that you were passionate about and passionate in, and that you actually enjoyed to do, rather than something that will get tedious over time because you're making it for engagement for the viewers, innit? Imagine that if you would just make the stuff, the art and the creations that you're actually passionate in and you actually want to make. Like these little artistic projects, like I like doing them now because nowadays I don't actually think that too much about views. I hope I don't, but I actually do. Sometimes, you end up scrolling on YouTube Studio for way too long. I've just got like hours a day on YouTube Studio for no reason, just checking my views, checking what my views are at. But it's like when I first started YouTube, I'd say maybe over 10 years ago now, my first like Minecraft videos, little, animated toy videos. It was just me creating, just to create and to, have an outlet for that self-expression. But I find it so much harder to do that now because of how that whole world has turned into, it's not really about the creation anymore. It's more about how it will perform, what the views will get for it, how much the retention will go down throughout the bloody video or whatever you've made. And it ends up being less about what you've created and what you've done from that. Then what happens is you only kind of end up being proud of that project or that creation is if it gets the big views and the recognition that you want or that you feel you need to have for that to be worth actually doing. Because a lot of the time I make these projects, I upload these videos and I'm so proud of it and I'm so like, oh my god, I've put this effort in and I've actually done it, I've actually finished it and created it. But then afterwards, when it's not got the views, I see that as like a failure because it's not got views. It's such a gamble on what works and what won't work, and you don't know really unless you've done like over 100 say creations or whatever, or even more than that, because people have done like 500, still don't exactly know what really does work and what really doesn't. And a lot of the time the creations that you think really won't work actually really do. So if you think about that, right, it's not really worth thinking too much about that bloody creation and how good it'll perform, because a lot of the time it won't. And you don't know what will, so why not just create it, whatever it is? It's better to have been created than just an empty idea that doesn't bloody go anywhere, And to be honest, I feel like now more than ever, we've just got to create these bloody artistic projects that we have motivation to do and change the current landscape of like creations and YouTube and everything, as it's become way more about doing these videos that will get views and speaking about hate and drama and stuff because that gets the views, and it's become more about creating this shitty content, I guess, this really bad content, other than something that's more creative, because the creative stuff doesn't get as much views. So then people start being less creative because they feel like putting that more effort in isn't worth it. But I'm not gonna lie, it is so refreshing, it feels so good to just make that thing you're inspired to do. Even if it may not get views and you may not get a lot of subscribers from that, and it ends up, you feeling like you're in the same place. But again, you're not, because our brains have been so morphed to think about the performance, or the thing about that video is if it gets views or if it's not. If it gets views, it's good. If it doesn't get views or recognition, it's bad. And that's not the reality. The reality is if you enjoyed making that, if that piece of art, that creation is something good, and you've actually put your voice and yourself into that, that's amazing. That's the good, result, I'd say. Bloody hell, this is hard doing on a bench. I just can't think properly. Going off an actual little notes I've written today. Because sometimes it's hard to get those thoughts out when there's so much cloud and you think, oh, someone's walking past, someone's going to see, like someone's going to walk past in a second, I'm going to have to stop talking. But to also just not care about anything else other than that project. Not the things outside of it, not the bloody views you might get or you might not get. Just what you're creating in that moment. Because I feel like that's what YouTube first started as. Just a place to create and experiment and just like express your passions, your hobbies. And there's still a big chunk of YouTube that is about that. It's kind of put to the sidelines, it's hidden and shown all this big content like Mr. Beast and all these people who they know are going to get the big views. Like we used to just create more freely and not think about how it would perform or think about what would happen afterwards, after the video is made and uploaded. A lot of time that's why I think the good thing is to do after finishing a project is not to look at the views, not to look at how it's performed or whatever. It's just to get making the next one. Get yourself busy and get yourself out with that mindset of thinking, oh, this video's done bad, oh, it's underperformed, oh, it's really bad because it's not done anything, it's not got me anywhere. If you start making another project and getting, you know, inspired and sucked into that, then you won't think of all that shit. You know, you'll feel better about yourself, you feel happier if you're making another thing that you enjoy doing. And I also feel like the more you procrastinate and think about that creation and how it will perform and what views and engagement and stuff it will get before you've actually made it, the less soul I feel like it will have. The less of that original creation and idea will be lost. It's like you don't want that, right? That original thing that you first started making, that's what you want it to end up as. Not just like another soulless piece of content on the internet. Because what's the point of that? So many people do that. Do you just want to be another one of them who's just like creating just to get the views instead of making something that can maybe make an impact on you, on someone else's life, and to inspire them to also create? In my opinion, just film it and don't think too much about it. Because if you do, you'll end up spiraling, overthinking, procrastinating, I guess, and just not making it, which is the thing you should be doing. You should be making it. Get that idea, plan it out, make a little script, do it. That's all you need to do. And the more you do that, the better you get at it, and the easier it will be every time. And there's a bloody bee. Oh boy, that's a wasp. Oh, that's not good. Oh, he's gone. Like this is my second time sat on this same exact bench filming a video, and I'm speaking better now, you know. I feel like I'm speaking more freely. Like, I guess there's not as much people walking past. Someone did just look over, but I feel better about myself doing it, and I feel more free and passionate about doing this, you know. So I feel like the more we start creating and doing and not fucking caring about all of the bullshit, you know, about the YouTuberification or the sloppification of shit or how bad it's going to turn out and end up, doesn't matter. You're not going to know until you make it and create it and do it and fucking upload it, man. Magikarp. Nobody cares as much as you think. Just wanted to say that idea for today and my thoughts on it and what I had in my head in the moment. And that's what we should do. Whatever that creation is that you have in the moment, fucking do it. Why not? Get out there. Fucking hell. Get out there, get creating, express yourself, express your fucking creativity and who you are. Because your voice and who you are and all that creativity inside of you, that's what matters the most, in getting that out and showing it to the world. So goddamn do it. I've been Kolenzo, or George Kolenzo, and I'll see you on another bench. Alright, bye.